Hi everybody. We're going to do something a little bit different with our creative design studio now. We've had some feedback from people that the videos are too long. We agree. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube and creative videos, and I a lot of times skip through a lot of the parts. So we're going to make them a little bit shorter. We're going to try to keep the videos under 20 minutes a piece. And so we'll just fast forward through some of the things that you can do on your own. And we'll have some of the pieces put together a little bit more ahead of time to also speed up the process. And then just show off the actual variations that we've done on the layouts or the cards. So we hope that helps you, and let us know. Okay, we're going to do layout 1. And you're going to need your Spectrum Noir metallic paint marker, and you want to shake it up a little bit. Now, if you don't have this, of course, you can use like a shimmer brush or even like watercolor paint, that kind of stuff. Anything that's going to spatter if you get it wet. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to pump this down because it's brand new, see? And I'm going to make a little puddle of this ink. Sorry if the camera moves. And I've got it just on a little extra piece of plastic paper here. So let me move that out of the way. And this should be kind of wet. So I'm going to see. Oop, I guess I'll need a little bit more. There we go. So I'm just using that puddle. I know I'm going off camera here because I don't want to. Yeah, I guess I could put it in the box. All right, so I'm gonna just use this puddle to do some spattering across this paper. Now it looks really awesome on the dark harbor paper here because this is meant to be able to go onto dark paper. So I'm just doing some splatters. Now if you want smaller spatters, you could probably use that smaller pen marker because we've got a couple different sizes in it, and it's not going to spatter as easy as a shimmer brush. I'm trying to get some little spatters there too. I'm really hitting it pretty hard. So do that on both papers and then we'll move on. Okay, so here is my first voiceover trying this new version of our layouts and cards, trying to get them a little bit shorter for you guys and for us too, because it is sometimes hard to think of a lot of things to say after you've done the step-by-step directions, and we know that that can get boring, so we just wanted to try something different for you, and so this is going to be the way we go from now on, I guess. And we're trying to keep all of these under 20 minutes. So basically, what I need you to do is just follow directions. And I'll try to point out the things that I did a little bit differently. Like I did put foam tape on this photo, but I'm going to tell you right now, you really don't need to because there's only one thing you're going to tuck under. So if you just leave the left-hand side with a little less adhesive on this page, and then on the next page, leave the right-hand side with a little less adhesive, you're only tucking one thing in. So you really didn't need to pop it up. On the white around it, it does say that you can draw a black line freehand. If you've watched my other videos, you know I don't really like to do that much. I don't know. I guess I just don't like the look. So you could do some dry embossing, like a dry emboss kind of one big rectangle just inside the edge of the white that's on top of the orange there. Or you could do dry emboss lines all the way down it if you want some texture on there. You could throw that through a dry embossing machine and do it. You could sprinkle some of that molten copper marker around it too. Anything like that if you want to. And then all I did was I trimmed I did dovetails on all of these other papers and then trimmed any ones that needed to be a little bit shorter, and then went ahead and layered the shorter pieces on there and then added the stickers. So the only fancy stuff that we're going to do on this particular one then is going to be the shaker, which will be coming next. And I will go through and do step-by-step directions on that. And they're so much fun to do. And think about how much joy you could bring to somebody who's looking through the book and all of a sudden they see these cute little shakers that we're going to put on these pages. You know, very interactive, especially if you got kids, you know, and you're doing pages on them. So give those shakers a try, and I think you're going to fall in love with them like I have too. I'm putting these little, I don't even know what you call oh gosh, I forgot what those are called, but those little arrows on, and you're going to notice on the next page, I forget to put them on. So I am going to try to catch that ahead of time. So you know to put them on under the arrow on the next page, but I did remember on this page, so not too bad. I'm pretty glad about that. And here's that sticker that I said I had to tuck under. Again, if you just put a little less adhesive on that side, you're not going to have to worry about it. I glued the shiny side and put the dull side up. That's just a matter of preference. I think it looks better, though, with the dull side. The shiny side can smear a little bit and gets fingerprints on it. And I don't know. I think that just the dull side you're going to find that you like better. And then we're just sticking these stickers on. Don't even have to measure, just kind of going about 1/8 of an inch apart on those. And then these are the buttons again. I'm putting the glue on the shiny side down. And I think that we're almost done here because I'm going to show you how to make that shaker next. Okay, what's going to be really fun next is we're going to add in a shaker. So when you get to this point, I put the whole page together except for this circle and the word just and remarkable. And we're going to just turn that into a shaker. Now this piece that they've given you is a little small for our small circle shaker window, Z4620. We're going to cut these out. And here is... So I cut the larger one out here, and I just used some of the, what is that, mink paper for the background because this is just a little bit small, so we'll have to glue it on. And then whatever colors you've got left in your scraps, go ahead and make the embossed one with that. So that's what I did. I'm gonna glue this on here first, just to make it a little bit bigger because it's a little small for the shaker. And this way we'll have something for it to, the glue to adhere to. And then take your foam, shaker foam, and just go around the edge. I've already done this once because I had to start this video again. And you're gonna go all around with your piercing tool. And that just kind of loosens up that outer circle thing that we're gonna attach. So all the inner parts of this are just extra foam tape that you can use on anything. But let's see if we can do this right. I'm gonna take off the outer so it stays in shape. Because sometimes if you just try to pull that off, it gets a little wobbly. Now let's see if we can just layer this on, and then we'll carefully pull it away. And it's stuck to my finger here. All right, I'm gonna press that down on the outside. And it might be a little wonky here because it's stuck to my finger, so I'm just gonna trim that best I can. Okay, and now I'm gonna try to pull this paper away, but leave my, as you can see, I'm just kind of leaving the foam tape, all the rest of the foam tape on here. Hey, that worked out pretty good. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my anti-static pouch and just get the inside a little bit. That'll help the things non-stick, you know, they won't just all get that static electricity. And then I've got some little white ones here. Didn't bring my spoon, so I may just pinch them in here. I don't need too many, like 1/4 teaspoon is good enough. And then, you know, on this, we have a dull side and a shiny side. And I think That's the dull side. And then just take your, let's see if I'm on the right side. Might not be. You want to take your little gripper thing. I wonder if this plastic's already been pulled off. Because there is a little, there it is. I was on the correct side at first. So there's a little piece of plastic that you want to take off. It just leaves it from being, keeps it being shiny. And carefully, because this stuff is so sticky, try to put that down right onto your circle. Okay, and then this gets glued on. So just go all around the edge. Like that. And I'm going to put something down on this because I want it to lay flat. I want to let it dry. There we go. And then we'll move on. All right, you have your shaker now, and all we have to do is attach it. That's going to be quite easy. And it's just the upper left corner there, no certain measurement, but make sure the lines are horizontal because that's going to look way better once you start putting your stickers on. And there's 2 stickers. So because that shaker is up high, I had to double up on my foam tape. So unless you have really thick foam tape, just make put 2 pieces down on each section. And you can see I've left the middle of the sticker, just left it as is with the sticky stuff on, and that, because that's going to lay right across the shaker, so no need to put foam tape there. I used some of the extra foam tape from my shaker, from the inside of that shaker circle. It was a little bit taller than the one I used on the left-hand side, but it didn't matter in the long run. Just layer it across there so that the sticky part from the regular sticker sticks down, and then the foam tape lift up the rest, and then you just add the word just above it. And that's pretty much it on that. So pretty simple, and let's keep going. Okay, there is left page. And isn't that cool? I love the copper sprinkling behind it, and I love the shaker. So now we've got a cool shaker on here. Let's do page 2. Okay, here we go with page 2, and you're just going to start off after you've already done your marker all over the background. See how cool that looks there. You're going to start off with the big orange page, and you're going to notice that I accidentally put my photo placeholders the wrong direction. No biggie, but because they're going to be covered, but I did think that was kind of funny. So just go ahead and I started to put down my next photo, the big one, but no, we have to put down all of the strips first. So grab up your strips, dovetail the ends of the ones, I think you have to dovetail every one except for the ones that are already done, and then just start going and layering them. And remember what I said before, if you put the first one down correct, all the rest are going to fall into place nicely. So I just kept moving up the line there, and follow the picture that you have on your instructions, so that everything will go down the way you want to. Now, as we got towards the top there, I was getting a little worried. Are my strips going to show beyond that photo mat? So you'll notice once I start getting them in the right order that I moved like that green one over to the right a little bit, so that it won't be just completely swallowed up by the next photo mat that I put on there. So I made that kind of following the picture on the instructions. I made it stick out the side a little bit more because I was really worried it would just kind of disappear. Now, again, you do not really need to put foam tape on as long as you leave some unadhesive side on the right hand side, because you're only going to be tucking one thing. So just don't put adhesive on like the lower right hand side of that, and you'll be able to slip in that one sticker. There's only one. Now here's where I make a mistake. I put the arrow on this, and I don't know if I did. Yeah, you got to put, there's 2 little other arrows that are paper arrows. You got to put those down first. So put those down first. Those are die cuts. You can see it right to the right. I've got it sticking right there by that blue glue. That is supposed to go under there. There's 2 of them. And chevrons. Oh my gosh, it finally came to me. Yes, there's 2 chevrons that go down under that black arrow. And you can see that it would really look better if they were on there. So you'll see that I realized that later, and I, I put them on. So I have to rip that whole arrow off. So it's real easy to line up these Love You stickers, because you're going to line it up right above one of the strips of paper. And the other one goes right below it. So the love goes right above it, and the U goes under it. So simple. Yep, here I go, ripping that whole thing off and putting the chevrons on. And it took me a minute to figure out that other chevron was sitting there. So this is how it's actually supposed to look there, you guys. So I'm glad that I was able to catch that for you early. And that is going to be the benefit of these voiceovers for sure. Okay, there you go. Page 1 with the cute shaker, and page 2. Yes, I know that my photo placeholders are the wrong way. It doesn't matter, because I'm going to put a photo over them. So there you go. Let's move on to layout 2.